Say something, Shane. You're with your big fat...
Bing bong, fuck your life.
Hey, dude, that's a funny reference. I get that reference.
Coney Island.
New York City, 2019.
God.
Coney Island. Joe Byron.
Joe Byron.
Byron.
Give me a kiss.
Give me a kiss.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Ooh, baby.
This man's eating a glizzy.
Bop, bop,
In New York.
In New York. Something I made you. Chasing is a hustler. I'm made in New York. JD has a fat cock. Got so much fucking money. He's got smacked money in New York. Everyone's gonna be ready.
Mystic being suffocating. It's gonna happen one of these days.
Well, with that, welcome to Cinema Buddy Glaze podcast episode 2.
Welcome.
Sneaky boy.
It's the best podcast on YouTube. We got 50 views in one day. I mean, who could really ask for anything else?
We got giant balls.
We got giant balls. We got Logan's got Mystic Being on standby.
Lately, I've been coughing. My balls hurt.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Why? What?
What?
No, I'm really curious about this. Why?
I don't know. Sometimes I stand
too.
up, my balls hurt. My balls have just been hurting.
Have you like given them an inspection?
Is
I
it
don't know
blue
what to
balls?
look for.
You giving yourself blue balls?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you should know your balls.
Yeah.
You've been around the
pretty
block.
well,
You
pretty
felt the
well.
balls.
Yeah.
If you feel
I
anything,
like a good tug.
Yeah, same. You gotta get a nice whole tug. But I'm just saying, like, maybe if you feel something different, like you go there and there's like a little bump. That's something that might.
Yellow bump, man.
I know. Yeah, you're right.
I would just give you.
I'm
You
gonna
know?
do a nice.
It's a good rap name.
Before we
Little
work
bump?
tomorrow, you try to find a little lump for me. You wanna just as friends. That's
Yeah,
what friends do.
no, I can
That's what
have.
friends do.
Actually, you know,
Absolutely.
I'm an expert, and I would say only an expert on checking myself.
All right.
But
You wanna help me out?
A pimp's got to check his merchandise.
yeah, exactly.
Does my boy got testicular cancer?
I was like, and I always got to check out my hoes just to make sure they don't got cancer. You know, just to make sure they're doing the right things with their body.
I'm
Surprised he
joking. I don't have
survived.
testicular
I'm
cancer.
surprised he survived the last
Unless
time
I
when
do.
I wasn't at the door.
Ladies, touch your breasts.
Touch your breast.
Touch your breasts.
Find a lump.
Find a lump.
Go to the hospital.
Go to the hospital.
Go in crippling death.
Is there an echo?
Oh, it's a
We're
night,
just on
man.
the same wavelength.
Everybody's
baby.
gonna say this is a good fucking night, man. I'm
Feel the
just
energy
chilling.
here in the room.
And I'm just chilling, dude. It's just having a good
Fat
time
chilling.
hanging out with the friends, man.
fat chilling.
Just hanging out with the friends, bro. But I have a question.
Yeah,
I thought about this the other day.
yeah, always.
So you know where most like fast food locations are, like a McDonald's is usually down in like the strip
Yeah.
of the town.
Yeah.
Everything's around it. How great would it be to buy like a fast food chain that like shut down and like refurbish it into a home? And it's
Just
like
be
shaped
right there.
like that, and it's just
Yeah,
right there,
right
and
there.
you just live in it.
That'd be
Especially
kinda dope.
one with the playground set, like the giant playground set, and
just keep that.
Just keep
I mean, I guess if you don't mind the noise and shit.
yeah, just like, but you just completely reinforce
Like-
it to have walls that block out the noise.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You just have a compound.
I would love that.
That'd be kind of
That'd be
dope.
sick.
That'd be so
You'd
fucking
have a
good.
dope ass kitchen.
Dude,
And
you
like,
have the best
especially,
kitchen.
especially somewhere around here, like in Mobile, where you know if you got a McDonald's, everything's around there.
Dude, everything.
So it's like
you just walk to the mall, walk everywhere,
you know,
bro.
you got it.
Home Depot, where you at?
Where
Right
you
there,
at?
bro.
I can walk.
Yeah, dude. I swear to God, I had this
Public
idea.
transportation, never heard of it. I got my legs.
I had this idea yesterday, man. I had another idea about selling Adderall in Miami. That idea was a better idea, I think. Like, imagine buying like a fast food joint that shut down and just fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be
Yeah.
cool. It'd be really dope. Now the junkies will probably come around like, hey, I'm getting number 2. Can I get a number
Be like,
2?
this is not a McDonald's anymore,
This is
sir.
a private property.
This is a private property.
I'll put a fence line around the fucking.
Well, you'd have to like an
Just
electric.
sitting here smoking a cigarette out my drive-through window.
Can I get a number 2? Can I get no cheese?
No, dude.
You guys don't let us come in anymore. I want my kid to be able to play.
But no, honestly, I had the idea. I was like, it made me comfy. You guys ever get like such a comfy feeling it gives you the urge to shit?
No.
You know what I mean? Like, you
Actually,
get
no.
this-
But
No.
okay, so I have kind of.
relaxed.
That's what I'm saying. I have a similar but opposite feeling where it's like I can't get comfy if I have to shit, or at least I feel like a looming shit. because
Have you ever shat in a home with yelling people?
yes,
It's
all
the
time.
worst.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's the absolute worst.
just there's something going on.
You thought it was
inside.
done, and you start shitting, and then you start yelling, it shoots back up.
Yeah.
And you're
yeah.
like, yeah.
oh god,
Yeah.
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 Did
Nothing
this just
worse.
recently happen? Because that was random as
We've all been at
I
home
can't
with
say
yelling
I
people.
can't say I can relate.
I can absolutely
Because
relate.
pooping isn't very relaxing.
I've
It can be. A nice shit
Bro,
feels
are
good.
you kidding me?
A nice shit. No, I understand where you're coming from.
I mean,
It's kinda-
yeah.
Shitting is
but,
relaxing.
when it's
as
done.
but it's like
When it's
uncomfortable.
done.
It's an uncomfortable act. You know what I mean? It's like,
I
I
mean,
gotta go shit.
I guess if you
know what I mean?
think
It's not like,
that much about
let's go
it.
shit.
But the feeling is that you're gonna feel better when it's done.
Exactly.
You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
of course.
And you're like, oh.
But then
thank
you're
God.
relaxed.
Yeah, and that's like, I never understood that growing up as a young man, as a young child. I never
Take a
understood
flavor.
that, you know, that there would be relief at the end of it. I always thought of it as like a painstaking act. And I impacted my colon and broke my sphincter. So
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
Don't-
And I guarantee the doctors ask questions.
don't.
The doctors ask
They
questions.
absolutely did. They said, hey, how'd you get this way, buddy?
Where did the angel touch you?
I said, nowhere. I just didn't want to poop, guys. I'm sorry. I got to talk for my mom.
I was actually the same way for a little bit. Not to the point where I had to get to the hospital, but like my mom had to give me laxatives.
Yeah, okay.
I think every child has anxiety about pooping.
Yeah, no, honestly.
Because you're talking about your child.
My daughter
Yeah.
definitely has anxiety about pooping. She does.
I think
not
that's
to
just
poop.
like not a coming of age because you're not of age when you get past it. But I feel like it's part of being a human.
Yeah, it's just kind of
You gotta
getting
have
over
to-
that
you
hurdle.
have to accept.
Everybody poops.
Everybody poops.
That's why that book
That's how she
exists, man.
goes.
No,
how
I
the
think
cookie
every
crumbles.
child, like
how
every
the
child's
poopy
different for how
falls,
long it
bro.
lasts, but like
Yeah.
every child's a little anxious about it.
And mine definitely lasted until it was like the last moment that it possibly could have lasted. So
No, mine was pretty like one time, dude. Like I took a giant shit and
Yeah.
it got stuck, and it was like
Yeah.
a fucking deer in headlights. I don't know which direction it was gonna go,
yeah,
and I wanted it to come out. And I grabbed some toilet paper and I grabbed it in my hand. And I just tugged on it, dude. And I was playing tug of war with my colon. You know what I mean? I was playing tug of war with my colon, and that's a muscle.
yeah.
And I was tugging on it.
Yeah.
Eventually came out. There was a few
It's an
little
organ.
It wasn't bleeding, but there's a little blood speck.
Yeah. Oh, I've had
Little blood
that.
specks.
That's when I knew something was wrong. Was when it was just like a straight shit, but there was blood streaked all along the side. And I
The
was
whole
like,
thing. Mine was just like speckles.
it was like
Mine
just like a
just-
red highlight to the log of shit that came out, and it was like you know, a little bit longer than this, same width,
Right.
Bro, with
right
all,
out of my ass.
with all
Yeah.
my medical problems, I could probably write a book of the shits I've had.
like
What would
like
you
a
call it?
scientific journal.
What would you call
What
it?
would be the name of this
Yeah,
novel?
what would be the name of it?
A journey through shit.
It was a shit journey.
You gotta give me some more time to
It's a
think, but
shit
that's the
wave.
best I can
This is
do.
a shit.
It's a shit world.
Shit tsunami.
Hey, that's not bad.
I shit myself today to see if I can still shit. I focus on the turd, the only thing that's real.
The only thing.
Johnny Cash, rest in peace. Also, 9 Inch Nails, not rest in peace. He's fucking swole.
My boy Trent.
My boy Trent's fucking swole,
My
dude.
boy Trent.
He fucking swole.
He's in the gym.
Pretty. Look at this dude. Flex your fucking muscles.
Here, show us
do
the
it. You know you want to do it.
Yeah, don't act all humble. Yeah.
Look at my
you want me to do it?
Look at my baby arms.
It's alright, dude. You're medically
hold your
impaired.
arm up.
You're medically impaired.
Look at this
You're
monster.
medically, Kyle. You're medically impaired. Build a
God
bear.
damn it.
Build the bear.
Build a
Let's see
bear.
yours.
I ain't know,
Jesus.
bro. I ain't
I'll need a
got-
heart,
no,
bro. I need
no,
a pancreas.
no,
We'll get there. You and I will get there. We'll get
I ain't
there.
got enough, bro.
This
Drink
guy's-
some milk.
That's not the reason. There's plenty of ways to get calcium,
No, dude. Milk is the only way.
bro. If you don't eat beef, you can still get protein. If you don't
No,
drink
dude.
milk, you can still get calcium.
No, beef's the only way, too.
I like
Beef's the only way to get calcium.
Can you just not right now? I'm sensitive about this topic.
That's fine. I understand this.
Sorry, my legs kind of.
Weak,
My
bro.
legs kind of.
he's
I gotta
about that.
hang on, I
Wax
gotta
socks
fucking-
and weak
socks.
bones.
I had to stretch my leg out a little bit. Sorry, I almost had a cramp. Sorry,
Man's wearing orange socks.
Dude, what's wrong with
bright
that?
orange,
dude.
fucking thigh high fucking socks.
What's wrong with that? High knees, motherfucker. Looks like I'm gonna go on
calf high
Yeah.
socks.
So you're gonna play some baseball, honestly.
Dude, this is a girlfriend I had. Her socks, dude. She gave me these socks. I'm gonna keep wearing them.
I think they would have looked better on her.
They are a woman's socks.
Yeah.
They're not a
Call
man's
yourself
They
out,
do.
man.
They do contour your curves very well.
Yeah, I got nice fucking cows. Cows.
Calves.
Wax.
Calves.
Clavs.
Clavicles.
Whatever, dude. Listen, don't judge me for the decisions I make.
If you had stronger bones, we could probably talk about this.
Yeah, this is a discussion we could have if you had more calcium in your blood.
That's why you have to have Shane as your muscle.
Yeah, he's come
And-
out of there with broken fingers.
And you are my top bitch, but you do take the most sick leave because of your weak bones.
Well, it's not bad. It's more like, God, that's a lot of AIDS. You know what I'm saying? You fill a bucket with all that AIDS. You know what I mean?
Bucket of AIDS.
Bucket of AIDS.
Oh,
What are you gonna do about that?
Slurp it down.
oh, these buckets, man.
No, I still wouldn't. I've not been convinced to drink the bucket of cum.
Even though we brought it up because we both work the same job, we're
You
not going to disclose
absolutely
where.
would.
We work in prostitution.
Ah,
Sometimes
yes.
we talk.
Yeah.
We talk.
Nah,
But also, we had a conversation with everybody.
I work in security.
Hang on, can I
thank
make
you.
one thing clear?
That's what I do. I
Role
work
play
in
off.
security. I
Role
do not
play
work in
off.
prostitution.
Role play. We worked the same job, and 95% of everybody was like, if I was starving, I would drink the bucket of cum.
Right.
And you're the one who's like, I'm not going to drink
I'm the
bucket.
5%.
You're the 5%.
I mean, I wouldn't either.
If you were starving, you're going to get delirious. You're going to think it's mom's homemade
And-
stew.
but that's what
And
I'm
you're
saying.
just going to...
I agreed
No,
with you
man.
there.
You're like, oh, grandmother's
But I
stew.
also
I'm
raised.
just gonna kick it in the dirt and hope it disappears.
Beef roast.
I'm saying
is what it is.
I raised the point that if I saw a bucket of cum, this whole thing would happen in my head where I'd understand that that's my only food source for the next few miles, and I'm going to leave the oasis behind and move on before the delirium really sets in, and I just start eating sand, and then I die.
But I brought up
What if
another
you find
point.
it when you're in the delirium?
That's
Exactly.
a great point.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
you
great point.
Absolutely eat.
But
the
he
Like
bucket.
you said, people eat ants.
delirious.
But I'm saying anyone would eat anything in that delirium. You can't.
Okay,
you
that's-
can't count
okay,
me for a
careful.
conscious decision in that.
Exactly.
Okay, technicalities. You'd still do it.
Well, I would not. In any other circumstance other than if I was
See,
literally
well,
hallucinating it
admit
as
it.
something else.
Admitted it.
But if I knew
could do it.
wholeheartedly that it was a bucket of cum, i.e., I start drinking it and then I am
He's just gonna
pulled out of
accept
blood.
anything.
I have
like
another-
wine at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point.
yeah.
I have another idea I brought up earlier is that you're on a desert island. There's a single oasis. You got plenty of water.
Mm-hmm.
And walkie-talkie says, until you drink this bucket of cum.
Oh my god.
If you drink this bucket of cum, a boat's going to come and rescue you. If you don't, you're stranded. You're going to drink that bucket of cum.
How do you know?
More inclined.
How
to
are
drink
they
the
going
bucket
to know
of
you
cum.
drank that?
I don't know, but after 2 weeks, you're going to be like, I
you
better
would-
try.
Therefore, you would.
No,
drink
dude.
the
I'll
bucket
just
of cum.
pour it out
In
and
that
say.
situation, but for just pure.
There's
drink.
situations where you would. Is all I'm saying.
All
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
and there's situation, any situation.
Why do you be such a
would.
prude about drinking cum?
I'm being a prude because of his insistence. His insistence is what really does it for me.
I mean, because he's on the right path. You're,
Sometimes you just gotta admit.
unless you're in that
I
survival
want you to admit that
situation.
in any situation you would drink the bucket of cum.
A survival
Even
situation
if it
is
was for
different.
$500.
We're comfortable right now. We drink Mountain Dew. We're comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But there has been situations where I didn't even, the water didn't work. And I didn't even drink water.
Oh,
You know?
I can't go a day without drinking water.
That sucked. It did. Just
No, I'll
one
find a
whole
way.
day- like 2 whole day, like a weekend. Like where Friday we had
He's like,
drinks.
I'll drink piss. I'll find
Then
a
4
way.
o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock, the water got shut off. Then we couldn't get it done. We couldn't get to the water department.
So you just
to pay the bill.
dehydrate yourself?
So for the weekend, it was just like, you guys got any money? Nah, we're broke. Ah, okay. Well then, I'm just gonna sit here and not drink anything at all.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, no, it's
That's terrible.
awful.
Your poor kidneys.
Yeah, they're not great. They've seen better days.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that,
Yeah,
boys.
Come on, boys.
Cheers to that, gentlemen.
Mountain Dew.
We got Mountain
Didn't
Dew.
get my drink in.
Mountain Dew.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Mystic.
Mystic.
I'm not obsessed.
Always on the mind.
Listen, I'm just.
It's always on his mind.
You know what happened the other day? I want to be honest.
Yeah, come on, bring it open.
What's
full disclosure.
Full disclosure.
What's up, dude?
I had a little waking session. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in such an intense session that like you kind of look around, it's like, oh, where can I spray this?
Yeah.
Where can
No,
I-
absolutely.
And it's like things get limited.
Yeah.
The only thing I had was like this paper towel that's already been used for like Windex.
Oh,
Like I
man.
sprayed the monitor and I like fuck ton of Windex and I cleaned my monitor.
Yeah.
And that was the only thing I had.
Tissues, bro. Roll toilet.
I didn't have anything.
that's all
I
you
didn't want to
had,
get up.
man.
That's all I had. And so I sprayed it on there
Tragedy.
and I wiped my head off that and it kind of
Tragedy,
burned, dog.
bro.
It
Well, of course.
It kind of burned.
Yeah,
dog.
Windex,
I
you
might have
got
got
chemicals
I got.
on your
I kind of got
urethra,
chemicals in my dick.
You got
On your
chemicals
urethra.
on your
And
cock.
maybe inside of it a little.
And by
It
extension,
got inside
you got
a little bit.
chemicals in your
And now
urethra.
it hurt. My balls hurt when I cough.
And like naturally,
Oh
like
my god, you think it's related?
I maybe. I mean maybe.
Oh my god.
maybe he
I
did
mean,
something where
maybe.
it's just slowly gonna burn off.
The Windex ball conspiracy.
I got Windex in my balls.
All you can do is
Hit
drink
me
milk.
up.
All you can do is
Hit me up. I got
drink milk,
Windex in
bro.
my balls.
You hear that,
Hit me
Mystic
up.
Bean?
I got Windex
He
balls.
is the one man who has Windex balls.
I got Windex balls. though.
Oh,
Where
if
you
you're
at?
into that,
If you're into that, bro, you be squeaky clink.
there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta make sure you get all the
Washing
hairs off
fucking
first.
car
though.
window with it. Windex balls.
Windex balls, bro.
I'm not ashamed of this.
Of your
I don't want to
Windex
be made
balls.
fun of for it. I just wanted to.
I would always rather just
I think
come
you're okay.
on to myself.
I think in the
Think
moment,
so? In the moment, I had nothing
I
else.
think.
But Logan, like,
you're fine.
can I raise the question of like why you felt you needed to do that?
Because I didn't want to get up.
That's all he had,
But that's what I'm
man.
saying. You don't like
Well,
you can just
come on,
kind of
bro.
like up onto your upper area
Oh,
I'd rather-
What are you talking about?
and then go get
more,
something.
More of a mess.
No, dude, I don't want to seep down. I was already wearing the
Just
clothes for the
fist
day. I don't want to
Dude,
wear a
how
new
could you-
shirt. I didn't want to
just-
put on a new
You
shirt.
wipe her off with like a nice wet wipe or something, something.
I didn't want to get up. I just wanted to lay there. It was a good nut.
Damn.
It was a good
No
nut.
dirty t-shirt clothes.
You guys ever have a good nut? You had to
Yeah,
lay there for
man.
like 10 minutes.
Honestly.
That's where I was.
Yeah, that's
because I don't jerk off
that's
a
fair
lot.
point.
Lately, I don't jerk off a
You were
lot.
just
It's
like,
like once every 2 to 3 days.
Fuck.
It's
So
like
they're always gonna be a good.
so
nut.
they're always gonna be a good nut because it's only like once every 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
And so I had to lay there for like 10 to 15 minutes. I didn't want it to dry on me. I already took my shower.
Catch your breath, man.
You know what am I gonna do? So I took the fucking towel that was covered in Windex
Oh.
and I wiped my dick off on it.
No.
I wiped my fucking dick off on it.
No.
That's what I did.
That's a
What's
tragedy.
the most precarious nut like situation you guys had? Like Shane, you start. What's like a situation you've had where you're like, oh, I'm about to nut, but like I don't know like how I'm gonna end up finish like
It's such a frustrating
finishing this
feeling
whole
when you're like
process.
getting close and there's nothing to nut on.
yeah.
When I was fucking my
fresh.
girlfriend on the balcony and I needed to pull out,
Yeah.
but I was like,
Where you go after here?
Just spray off the balcony. It's nature.
It goes right into the parking lot.
It's nature.
she goes, no, not me, and I was like,
Just spray off the side. Spray off the side.
else?
Do I come on the balcony
Literally
floor?
right on the balcony
on the
floor, bro.
railing? On the parking
Right
lot?
on the balcony floor, bro.
Because are they gonna
Somebody
smell
walks
that?
out like he stepped on a snail. Ugh.
3 hours later, she cleaned the little carpet out there with fucking window or whatever carpet cleaner. I was like,
That's my nut.
Dude, there's nothing better than when a woman cleans your nut. You know what I mean?
Like she does it for
You just lay there.
Yeah, she's
My first serious
wipes her
girlfriend.
towel.
Paralyzed.
Dude, my first serious girlfriend after sex, she would get up and get the fucking washcloth and everything. I'll just lay there and she'll fucking clean me. God. Never found one. That was the best time. The only problem is her pussy smelled bad sometimes.
Yeah,
Oh,
just 'cause
man.
she didn't shower.
That's
as
not
much
the
as
one.
she
No,
does.
that's not the one.
Yeah, that's why I mean she wasn't. We broke up. But yeah.
Hey, Kyle, what's your most precarious nut situation?
Man, I really can't think of one off the top, but
I had to dig a little bit. I was like, wait.
Might be a bit-
That's definitely in your psyche somewhere.
one of my first girlfriends, man, I was
Just make sure.
pleasing her. I was like face deep.
Yeah, of course.
And
Buffet, all you can eat.
Doug happens to walk in because I didn't lock my door.
brother
No,
for
he-
reference.
No, so opens the
brother.
door. He realized what was going on, shuts it. Then all I see is him open the door, reach back in, hit my lock, shut the door, and let me finish my business.
There you
That's a good brother.
It's a good brother.
That's a good brother. I listen, don't freak out. I was like, what are you doing?
Oh, dude, he knew the situation.
What are you doing?
Cheers, Douglas.
So cheers to Douglas for that.
good brother.
We back.
We back with it, though.
Cinnamon butter
Cinnamon butter glaze in
Cinnamon
the
butter.
area.
Cinnamon butter.
That Mobile area.
We in here.
With that wine, bro.
I'm gonna hit the wine. Hold up.
You need to open that beer as well.
Sponsored by Black and Mild. Please give us money.
Ooh.
Cost 79 cents, man. I'm a
Please, sir.
cheapskate. You know what I mean? You know what movie I watched recently that was
What's
kind
that?
of weird? Could have
What's
been better, but it was good enough to watch.
What's up?
Infinity Pool. You guys ever
Infinity
hear
Pool?
about that?
I don't think I've ever even heard of that.
It just came out. It just came out.
Who's in it?
One of those, the same guy that played the main character in Northman.
Alexander
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård.
I swear to
Oh,
God.
nice.
And he actually, like, helped produce that movie. He put the money
okay.
in.
Nice.
And the
He's really
director,
passionate about the things he wants to act in.
the director is Brandon Cronenberg,
Oh,
who's
family.
the
Son of David Cronenberg.
who made Video Germ and a lot of my favorite horror movie, like sci-fi. I don't even call it horror. Just like a lot of my favorite movies. But it was pretty good for the most part. It was just
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like, it had the worst body horror for titties I've ever seen. Spoilers. But there was shit coming out of them titties. I was like, I gotta
Like
look
not breast milk?
No, it was not breast milk. I had to look away. I was like, oh my god.
Damn.
It was like viscous fluid. It was not milk.
Oh,
it was kind of bony.
bony.
But overall, I would say it's well worth a watch. It had some problems, and I'm very excited to see what his next movie will be.
You know, it's worth a watch if you haven't seen it. That I watched the other day.
What's that?
The Gentleman.
I never seen it.
Yeah, I caught,
it's
I
good.
caught a little
It's a
bit of
really-
that with
it's a
you.
really-
And
Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam.
yeah, man.
Pretty
He-
good.
He did really good.
It's a
in that.
damn
just
good
like-
movie. The.
Have you seen it?
It's
No,
good.
I've never even heard of that one.
Yeah, I
It's just an
I was
action
talking to
movie.
Shane when we were watching it.
It's
I,
nice.
I actually
I like
said
action.
you might like it.
But the thing about the Infinity Pool is that the concept's better than the execution. But you can
Which
tell.
sucks.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. It ultimately was like this guy pulled so many angles that it's like he was like encumbered by the amount of things he was trying to do. But it was it's worth a watch, but it had problems. And
Right.
it was beautiful. It was like this island, you know, kind of like a resort kind of thing. It had beautiful shots.
Paradise.
Yeah, it had beautiful shots. And it was ultimately like it was like the main character was a writer. He was just like kind of slacky. He kind of slacks off on his writing. And then at the end, you know, it's just kind of like everybody kind of made fun of him for it. And it's just like, damn, I should take things more seriously.
They made fun of him for his lethargy, like his.
Yeah, it's just like you think anybody cares about you.
Yeah,
You know, You
okay.
think anybody fucking
Like,
cares
you,
about
do you really put the work in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
It's worth a watch.
Yeah.
It had its problems.
I definitely say, as well as with Shane's recommendation, The Gentleman's worth the watch as well.
I never,
It's
is
just
that newer?
It's newer. I think it would say in the past 2 years.
This one just came out 2022.
Yeah, I didn't see it all, so I'm down to watch it again.
Right.
I watched a goofy one recently called Colossal with
Never-
Anne Hathaway
I've never heard that.
And-
Describe it.
and the guy from Horrible Bosses. Not Charlie and not Jason Bateman.
Jason Sudeikis?
Yeah, that guy.
Mm.
So it's him and Anne Hathaway. And
Is it like a comedy?
Yeah, it's a comedy, but it's unexpected.
Like,
It's-
what kind of comedy? Like raunchy?
Rom-com?
Uh,
Because, I mean, Anne
it's hard to
Hathaway's-
explain, to be
Anne
honest.
Hathaway's in it, bro. Is it a rom-com?
Not
Nothing wrong with a rom-com. There's some good
No,
ones.
they're a very good rom-com.
It's like
There's some good.
Nothing
Usually
wrong
not
with
my
Anne
favorite.
all I gotta say is it's worth a watch because it's hard to explain.
Horror
if I
is-
do explain it, I'd kind of give shit away.
Okay,
Horror-
then yeah.
Horror is my favorite genre. Like that's my favorite genre of any medium: books, movies, video games,
Right.
anything. I just love horror.
And it all,
That's why I think like and when I say Infinity Pool is worth a watch, especially for you, Shane, because I know horror is your favorite genre as well. It's worth a watch for you as well because it's pretty much a horror movie.
I always find, like, because I like more just, like, non-fiction, just historical stuff, or just, like, more just world-building stuff, that when I watch horror, it always elicits a reaction from me, so I
Yeah.
enjoy it more.
I feel
love
than I would've.
desensitized. to
Right,
horror.
like, so I feel like you just
For the
gotta
most
get
part.
rooted in a little bit of like just nonfiction for a little bit, and then come back to it, and you'll
But
just
I
get that.
love it, man.
You'll get
That's
that.
my thing.
That's what I mean.
You
You,
need
get
to-
that spark.
horror's
in
my
you.
thing.
I'll get that spark.
Slacking
in
on-
you.
You already know, dude. Gumball Wall.
Gumbo.
You need to
yeah.
soften up to horror.
No, I am.
I've been
We watched
slacking
Hereditary.
on my
Sure.
my horror movies.
Yeah.
Our
That's
mom
such a
like
good movie too.
pretty much brought us up on horror movies.
Oh, yeah.
So
At a very young age.
I don't know why I've been drawn to it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like my mom tried to do that for me, but I had too much of a. And I don't want to just be that, but like I had too much of a vivid imagination as a child. Like I would like just hear
Yeah, I did too.
horror movies in the next
Yeah.
room,
But
and I
Shane
would
and I-
cry because I could just see it.
Shane and I had this conversation. Like,
For some reason, I love that feeling.
Yeah,
I love
we
being
both
scared.
love that.
I
Feeling,
do
the
love it
adolescent
now,
Feeling.
but when I was younger, I did not.
Even
like
when
that.
I like, it scared me to
It
my
was-
core.
it was
but
too
then
much.
there was also that like that back feeling of like, it's exciting. Like
That's what I
it's
mean.
like,
we both
ooh,
share that
like,
feeling.
It's
Yeah.
scary as fuck, and like sometimes it like bring you to tears. You're so scared, but it's like a rush,
Yeah,
bro.
no,
Like,
I
don't
love that
know.
rush now. Like I've watched
I
things. and I'm
caught that
like,
early.
whoa,
Early
you
as
know.
fuck.
But
Dude, like,
before it was just never like.
And then
that
I
for
had
me.
a crazy interest with it when fucking mom showed us how it's done when I was very young. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
just broke
Like, how
down the
shit's
behind the
made
scenes stuff.
when I was
And then
like,
what the fuck?
when I was a teenager, my dad actually had like a stern talk with me. It's just like, you think this like the things you consume is like fucking up your brain? And I was like, maybe, but like the things I enjoy is just I enjoy it for a reason. Like reading like American Psycho and like a bunch of bizarro like Cannibals of Candyland,
Yeah.
like a bunch of like fucked up shit. On paper it's fucked up shit, but like that kind of shit like inspires me the most. Like just that kind of like grotesque, bizarre horror.
Yeah.
In American Psycho, the book is absolutely disgusting. By the way, you should read it because it's really good. Because
did they cut a lot of things out?
In the
I
movie,
imagine,
yeah,
you know,
compared to
for
the
sure.
book.
I don't think they're gonna show a rat sliding into a pussy and grow out from the inside.
Okay.
But listen,
I haven't read the edits there.
the book is really good because of the character.
Right.
He's very much on the spectrum, I would say. Because, like, every single fucking chapter, he sees a pair of people walk into the restaurant he's at, a very lavish restaurant, and he's describing exactly what they're wearing. Like, this is this brand of this and this clothing line. And just, like, for, like, a whole page, he's describing the fashion choice of them. He's very much on the spectrum as far as that goes. It's a very frustrating book to read, but it's well worth it because it just like
Morbidly interesting.
it's very morbidly interesting. Like how like, and it's just funny because it like pokes at the yuppie lifestyle. You know what I
Does
mean?
it
The
get,
yuppie.
like more into like how his mind works.
Oh, you're just stuck in his mind. It's a
Yeah.
first person book. All you are is stuck in his mind.
That's all you get.
Yeah, it's
is
all you-
Patrick Bateman.
All you get is Patrick Bateman's all you get, and he's just very much like just like, oh, that's not good clothes. Oh, this is a shit band. Oh, this is
Right.
you know,
We're not eating at Dorsha right now.
Yeah, we're not eating at Dorsha. Fucking, it's a good book. It's just very frustrating. I'd
Right.
say.
That's
One of the
my
worst.
favorite movies, to be honest.
One of the worst books I ever read was Cows. That's a disgusting book.
Cows?
I've heard of that.
Cows.
I've heard of that actually.
I haven't even heard of that.
He's working at like a meat shop where they
I've
kill
heard
cows.
it's a gross book.
It's a very gross book, but it's one of my favorite books.
We said it's the worst.
Yeah, it's worse as far as like, oh my god,
yeah,
that's
it's
gross.
like-
Okay, but like
Supposed to be
after you
disgusting
describe
as fuck.
cows, because I would really like to hear your thoughts on cows. But after that, tell me what is literally just the worst piece of thing you've ever read. But like, go on with cows.
I like Cows because like, it just like, that's my specific thing I like. It's just like things that make you uncomfortable. And it's funny. It's a funny book, dude. Literally, there's cows living under the slaughterhouse that talk like surfer dudes. They're like, "Hey, man, this
Oh
is
my
kind
God.
of
What
messed
the
up,
fuck?
bro. Come down with us, man. This is kind of fucked up, bro. Why you killing all these cows, man? Just come down with us, smoke a joint. You know what I'm saying?
Just
Yeah.
get a little wavy,
Get a
bro.
little wavy, man. It was a funny book, but it was absolutely disgusting.
Damn.
But,
like in terms of
Graphical, violent.
Yeah, the content is
Like one of the
disgusting.
main people that worked at the meat shop, he would like drill a hole in the cow and start fucking it, like one of those type of
Jesus.
Yeah, it was.
All right, but tell me what is like the worst thing you've read, like just in your.
I'll
time.
say things I try to read things that people acclaim. So like, I don't know about the worst things. Like I've read a book called what's it fucking called? It was a book about it's a Native American horror book that people really boasted about, but I hated it. You talk about something, I gotta look it up. I can't remember the fucking name.
What about you, Shane? What's like the worst thing of media you've consumed? Like even just like horrible internet videos or just anything that's just horrible. You can just say like
horrible in what way?
Horrible as in like
Garbage.
that was the worst thing I've seen.
Oh, like just bad entertainment?
Yeah. Just bad.
I know it's tough.
That's
when you get
fucking
put on the
hard,
spot.
bro.
The only good Indians. People really raved about that book on like the Reddit pages I visit, like horror literature. They were like, "Oh, this book is so good. It's so good." I hated it. The Only Good Indians, not a fan.
So the worst thing I have ever consumed in my life was a Harry Potter fan fiction called My Immortal,
Oh my god.
where everyone was goth and the main character was also goth. And I didn't openly just go like, oh, I want to read Harry Potter fan fiction.
Right.
I heard this was notoriously just a horrible thing to read.
I'm not going to read something that's like. I try to read things that people like.
Yeah,
I
mean, I get that, but like,
I'm going to read House of Leaves.
Yeah, of course, but
like that seems right up my alley.
I do like to just see, like, when someone says this is just like the worst thing I've ever seen, I'm just like, but why? I gotta see why.
Yeah.
And then I read
guess
it.
It's good. Like, what's the interview of the guy who made Watchmen? He was like, read bad stuff where you understand.
Yeah, Alan Moore. He said, you know,
it's good when I read something.
If you ever want to be inspired and like be better at what you're writing, or like if you have writer's block and you want to get out of that, read something that is absolute dog shit, because you're gonna as you go through it, you're gonna be like, oh, I could have done that better.
I get that, but
I could have done
I
that
never
better.
purposely done that. I just read things that I've read a lot of books. I've read things that people boast about,
and it's not good for
it's
you.
not good for me.
Yeah.
Like The Only Good Indians, I think is a terrible book.
Right.
You got something there, Shane?
No disrespect for that guy.
Or
He's
like,
a moderator on that subreddit, by the way.
Honestly, I kind of felt that way about Catcher in the Rye.
Really?
Yeah, I
think
just
I do
didn't.
too.
I never read Catcher in the Rye.
It's. I don't get why
Got a
people
couple.
are just
I hear-
like jerking off about it.
All right.
And same with Ready Player One. I was just people jerk
I
off
watched-
about that.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know, it's
listen.
not
the book.
Hey,
though.
I've not
The
seen.
movie's good.
I'm not seeing.
I'm
Ready.
saying
The
I'm
movies,
not,
I hate the movie.
I'm not commenting on the movie. but
I
I'm
hate the
saying
movie.
The book was just
So
very
you
You
grandiose.
are the first two I've heard say that.
I hate the
I
movie.
like it.
I absolutely
I haven't
despise.
seen the movie.
I absolutely
But I read the book.
Listen, you guys know I'm honest. I keep it 55th.
Yeah.
I absolutely fucking hate that
Keep it
movie.
at 55th Street.
I absolutely fucking despise that movie.
I'm just saying, like,
That's okay. That's okay.
reading the book,
No,
he
that's okay.
just really went off on just the nostalgia fact. He was just trying to make you feel nostalgia, and that was it. There was nothing extending beyond. I'm just gonna name a bunch of things like, oh, isn't Donkey Kong cool? All this other shit. He's
Yeah.
like, he's just gonna name a bunch of shit, and then you're gonna be like, okay, but what's the story? What's going on? And then it's just like like a fucking Maze Runner or a fucking it's just a teen Deliverance. That fucking movie.
Bro, Maze
Not
Runner's
Deliverance,
good
but like
too.
what is it?
Hunger Games.
Divergent.
Oh.
I don't have
Hunger
it-
Games. It's
I
just
don't have
those-
interest in reading shit like
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
I don't have
It's just a
interest
young
in-
adult fucking.
I
romance
don't have
thing.
interest in reading that
Right.
shit.
Like other than the nostalgia bait.
Honestly, the book Fisherman I've been talking about that I've been reading as well as Game of Thrones.
Fisherman
I'm not
on the head.
Fisherman by John Langan or something. I'm not a huge fan of that book. I don't like it. I thought it would be like, oh, this is up my alley. That's what I'm afraid about reading House of Leaves. But I'm not a huge fan of that book. I'm really not, because I feel like it's a cosmic horror on the surface. I like H.P. Lovecraft, and he just wrote something on the surface.
Right. He
We're
didn't
gonna bring
understand.
so many people in talking about books. By the way, we're gonna make so many
Man,
fucking people.
okay.
Nobody
Dragon
reads.
Ball Evolution.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't watch that shit.
It's,
I don't watch
well,
that
it's,
shit.
it's a poor adaptation, like a live adaptation of an anime.
It's
Oh.
the worst.
Yeah, it's probably
Death
the
Note
worst.
movie. Garbage.
I mean, I would
Willem
argue.
Dafoe, though.
I
Yeah,
would
it's
argue
great. The only
that
good part.
Death Note was the worst live adaptation.
You
of
watched
anime.
it?
I haven't watched
The
it,
Netflix
so
one, yeah.
I really
Horrible.
can't.
I watched it just to see, like,
voice there.
well, because like I
Willem
can't
Dafoe
just.
did good.
I really like.
Nothing else though.
Part of my like little authority thing is like I can't just like have people just be like this is shit, and just be like
No,
it's
yeah, you
shit.
can't do that.
I gotta
You
watch it.
You
Yeah,
can't
you
do
have
that.
to watch
But I
it.
gotta
That's why I
watch it.
forced
Because there's plenty of
myself
things
through it.
people shit on I like, and there's
Yeah.
plenty of things people like. And
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
don't.
and it's like a lot of the times I
Gotta be
do
your own
agree.
critic.
Yeah.
I do agree with the general.
What's that
consensus.
JPEG line where it's like, no kid wants to grow up and be a critic?
I never heard one kid say he want to be a critic.
That's true.
Yeah.
I hate critics.
But like no,
I guess
it's
we're
just,
being critical here. But
like with the with the Velma
Right.
show that came
But
out.
still,
The Velma Velma show that came out, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be bad, but I'm at least gonna watch a little bit.
Did you watch a little bit of that?
Yes,
You did?
and it was not good.
Oh,
It wasn't good.
You want to be your own critic, though.
I want to be able to
absolutely.
make that conclusion for myself and not
Right.
just be like, yeah, this is garbage.
That's just something, I don't watch cartoons, so it's just something I'm not into.
Yeah, but like, so back to the original point, which was,
worst.
no, like,
Worst piece of media.
yeah, but
You
like
can
what we were
start.
talking about before Velma. I'm sorry.
Scary Movie 5 is the worst movie ever made.
I mean, those stopped being good after 2.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean, 5 is the worst.
Was that
Five
one
is
with
so
Charlie Sheen or
There's
is that
another
4?
one.
That's 5.
5 where he had like the Viagra
Yeah,
pills and he
yeah,
fell.
it's absolutely the worst
aliens,
movie
and
I've ever
there's
seen in my
aliens,
life.
And there's aliens. And
Absolutely the worst movie I've ever seen in my
Yeah, that
life.
was pretty
There's
bad.
so many B
And
movies.
that's the one with Snoop Dogg and Mac Miller.
Yeah, yeah.
It was the absolute worst
It's pretty
fucking
bad,
movie
yeah,
I've
yeah.
ever seen in my life. I swear to God.
Oh my god.
I swear to God. Terrible.
There's so many B movies and shit that are bad that I've seen, but some
You
of
guys
them
ever
are
seen
funny,
like
bad.
Frogs?
No.
Frogs?
It's you remember like Arachnophobia?
Yeah, it's good fun.
It's Arachnophobia, but
with
frogs.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's the
Jesus
dumbest shit I've
Christ.
ever seen in my life.
Oh my god.
Oh, Moonfall. That movie?
The
I
one
felt
with
like
Halle
that was
Berry.
right up my alley.
Garbage.
Garbage, bro. Fucking garbage. Couple cool
That's
visuals.
the first thing I heard come out of your mouth when that
Bro.
movie ended.
Me and
too.
Brandon watched it just to like watch a movie.
Never heard
and
of
it. Seemed
Moonfall.
cool. It has a
It's
cool. It has
newer.
a cool fucking like idea. Garbage. The dude. Oh my god, Halle Berry in it. Is it like the only good part is looking at Halle Berry?
Yeah,
That's the only good part.
she's
Fuck
great.
this moon.
And she
Oh.
horrible acting in that movie, to be
Yeah.
really honest.
One thing,
Like-
Reese.
Wasn't the guy from Game of Thrones
Sam,
that played
yeah,
Sam?
he's probably the best part. Oh, that and fucking
Godspeed good, John. Stick it in my ass, John.
good.
Give me a key to take off my chest. See if I say it by the gods would. Come on, John. Winter's coming.
You know,
Warm your cock in my hearth, John.
It's not the only thing coming.
you're not gonna make it through this winter without me, Samuel Tarley.
Godspeed good.
What
I
you
know
got?
the worst fucking movie, at least. The fucking Mummy with
Tom Cruise.
Tom.
Oh, give me one.
It's
Give
the
me
worst movie in the goddamn
Don't
world.
leave me fucking hang. Yeah, it's terrible.
But the best movie in the
Terrible
goddamn world
movie.
is The
Your
Mummy
favorite movie is just the
with Brendan Fraser.
which
Thank
also
you very much.
Which
Good.
I do think influences your worst choice because if you
No,
don't
that's
like the Mummy so much,
terrible.
Agreed.
fucking- That's a terrible.
but I'm not
garbage.
gonna
But
shit
it
on
is
you
a
for your
terrible
choice.
movie.
It's
Garbage.
absolutely garbage.
Garbage.
I do think it does influence you a little bit in terms of your.
Yeah.
I'll give it like a 3 out of 10.
Oh,
Shout out Brendan Fraser, my boy.
Brandon
Yeah.
Fraser.
You guys want to watch The Whale sometime?
Yeah, I
I heard
absolutely
it's,
wanna
watch
I heard
yes,
it's pretty
I'm down
okay.
to watch
I
that.
sound the whale. I've heard that the whale is
Yes,
very
I'm.
good.
I haven't seen it.
He's
Yeah,
got
we'll,
awards for it.
we'll add that to the list.
We need to watch
Yes.
Midsummer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, bitch. Yes.
Just want to see where we're at. Say hello to the people.
What's up,
We're
ladies
in
and
Mobile,
gentlemen?
Alabama.
We chilling. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide from Mobile.
Dude, I love movies. I love horror. I just love horror. I actually recently started playing Alien Isolation.
You love horror?
Oh, I've heard I heard the AI in that game is.
It got me kind of. My
Yeah,
palms
I
are
played it a
sweaty.
little bit.
It's a
and
scary
little
game.
goosebumps?
It's a
Yeah,
scary
well,
game.
It got me.
Because the
Definitely a
alien
scary
is
game.
so silent. It moves so
Yep.
silently.
yeah,
It just comes up on you.
You only
Yeah,
hear it
it
when
wins.
it's right there, bro.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
I actually I don't play a lot of games these
It's
days.
like playing
but
Outlast, bro.
I don't play a lot of games these days, but I'm playing Alien Isolation, and the vibes are good.
play
It's,
Outlast next.
Outlast.
I play the original Outlast.
Oh,
It's
did
so
you?
good.
Yeah.
You got to play the second one then,
Yeah, I gotta
because
play the
it's
second one.
just like
I haven't
It's
played the
cult
second
like
one yet.
like
It's
the
cult
second one
stuff.
deals with cults,
and it's kind
so
of like
it could-
more
it's a lot of
outdoors
fun.
and stuff.
You know
too.
the scariest game I ever played though? Honestly, I don't know why, because it's like top down. You guys ever hear about Darkwood?
No.
Darkwood
You
is
told
a
me about Darkwood.
scary fucking.
And I have
game.
seen some gameplay of Darkwood. Yeah.
I had to quit playing that game because there's like 4 different areas, and I moved to the second area, which will be like 2/4 of the game, I suppose.
Halfway.
Yeah, I suppose. And then like there's in the little intermission period, like they're like, you shouldn't take this egg. I was like, fuck it, dude, give me the egg. I took this egg with me, and I found the new outpost where I built a shelter. And one of the nights, literally, there was just like bird people that broke in the house and kicked me to death. I was like, I gotta stop. I was like, this is too
Sounds
much.
like Dark
for me.
Souls.
No, Darkwood is something else, man, because it's
Yeah.
like you gather things for the night, and then the night you bunker down, basically.
You have to like survive.
survive the night, and it's just like it's
So, yeah.
it's
Shit's just trying to get in.
terrifying as well as very like mystical, because it's a mystical me. Because it's like you're like no, because like there's moments. Some nights are scary, and then some nights there's like a pulsating light. You're like, what the fuck is going on out there?
Yeah.
It's a
Just
good game.
ominous.
Just look up Darkwood. It's a very good game. I want to go back and play that one. It's a very. I should start doing that for the. I should start playing games and recording that shit because
For the channel, bro.
for the channel. There's games I enjoy like Darkwood.
I'd
wanna
love to
play
have like a
through
little
Darkwood.
indie corner for
There's a couple I need to start.
little
as well.
horror indie game corner for Mr. Butta plays the horror
Man,
indie games.
Yeah,
You know what part
Darkwood,
was
for
pretty
sure.
creepy in a game recently was the newest Resident Evil. Have you guys played it?
Nah.
Biohazard.
Man,
I don't think my computer could run it.
it goes like straight PT for a minute, and this giant baby thing comes out.
Oh, Village, yeah,
Village?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
I want to play. I tried
The
playing
creep factor
honestly.
on that because I had my headphones in when I didn't even see it coming.
I tried playing Resident Evil 7
Big
on my
lady.
computer off of one of my friends' accounts because we share each other's information.
Yeah.
Steam. But it was laggy. It's just like I got to get better equipment for my computer.
Yeah, I got it. I think I got it like day one on my Xbox, and
That was a scary fucking game though. Resident
Dude.
Evil 7 is a scary fucking game.
like
That's
it has its moments,
Village?
man.
Yeah.
No, Village is 8.
Biohazard.
No, 7 has its moments too, but
Well,
It was
yeah,
scary.
8.
I was
Because
just
the first
talking
person,
about 8, but
the
yeah.
fact that you're in first person makes it scarier, I think. Because you're
Yeah.
just.
Oh,
you're
they
there.
added a third person mode to the newest one.
but I think that would take away, like what he was saying with first person. I definitely think first person makes for better horror.
Yeah.
Because like when
Yeah.
you're like even I got scared
Immersive.
even as at Resident Evil 4, which is a campy fucking experience.
It gets campy.
Oh, yeah.
It just is the whole time.
Arcade
Like
game.
it's just like I'm American.
It's stressful though. It's
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
slow.
And
You
then-
gotta take your shots. You gotta
and-
stop. You gotta aim.
But
It's a slow game.
It does take away from the horror factor of being in third person. Like you can see the character, you can kind of just disassociate that you're the character. I'm Leon. It's okay. But when you're in first person, it's like, oh god, this is me. Especially with like 7. 7 was in VR. I couldn't imagine
they're,
playing that game in
Oh
VR.
my
They're adding
god!
VR
dude.
to 4 when the remake
Ooh.
comes out. Aren't
I think it
they?
comes out this month.
Yeah,
It-
comes
But I
out
will
March.
say,
March,
I
yeah,
will say,
March.
one of the biggest things with 4, like that actually made it very good with like making me stressed out
What is
and like
the-
my heartbeat and everything was not even just the music, but like just having the enemies yell at you and stuff. Just them yelling in
Yeah,
Spanish.
dude.
You don't know what they're saying, but
Yeah,
they're
man.
saying something. They're all like communicating. They're
Dude.
making their moves and stuff. You're just like, what are they doing? What are they doing?
Even like the action oriented, because with the friend David I got, shout out David. I know I haven't talked to you in a long time. I'm gonna hit you up because I love you. We played through Resident Evil 5 on co-op. It was fun.
Yeah, Resident
See,
Evil.
There's a few
yeah.
gimmicky moments where
I
it's on the
liked-
back of the truck with it was stupid.
Or
I-
punching
overall-
the boulder.
Or yeah, there's some stupid parts, but overall it was a fun game.
I remember
It was
when
a fun
Resident Evil
game.
5 came out. I pre-ordered and I played it with shout out Darren, my buddy in Canada.
Darren
And-
David.
All right.
Darren David.
Darren
And
David.
we had a blast, man.
No, I played through 360 on the Resident Evil 5 with a friend, and then I played through 6 with another person.
But if you
and-
play it hard, it gets stressful.
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
a lot
I
of
never
fun.
did play 6.
6 was a lot of like I didn't.
never played 6,
I don't
though.
think I would have enjoyed 6 at all by myself, but playing it co-op with the person I played with, we had a great time. It was a lot of
I think
fun.
that's the only one I've
yeah.
skipped. But I mean, well, numbered anyway. Numbered Resident Evil.
Yeah, I
It's
never really heard much
I'd
about
say it's a lot of fun. They do that's I would say that's the end of the canon, like in terms of like the story and everything. Like that's the end of it. Like that's where it stops. I don't know if 7 is supposed to be set way later after 6.
7 was a big step from this. It's like a side step.
Right.
Yeah,
Like the-
I feel like it's like I feel like
they went back to their horror roots.
I'd say
in a
I
I
modern
haven't
setting.
really played through 7. Like I played through it once, and I was just like,
It's a
the old
terrifying. No, honestly, that
But
that
I never
video game's terrifying.
Played any of the
it's
DLCs,
good.
which is like the
gotta play
BSSA
that
story or
first.
whatever.
That
like
one's
that.
good too.
So yeah, I never played that. So like I don't know if
I got it if you ever wanted to.
there
check it
are
out.
references to like them being after 6 or not,
Mhm.
or if it's just something that took place during 2, 3 to 5.
I won't tell you, but it's
Yeah.
good.
I want to play the Silent Hill games. They're coming out with a new one. Have you guys seen the trailer for that?
Yeah, the remake of 2 I think is coming out.
I play a little bit of 2
never
at David's
played any
house.
of
I
them.
get a shout out, David. You had an emulated version. I play a little bit.
1
He
and
helped
2
me
are
get through
so
that.
good, man.
He helped me get through a good
I've
portion
heard,
of it.
man.
but,
And 3's really good. It's honestly pretty good. It's just there are the moments where it starts to fade.
Do you
they're
guys
making a
remember,
new Silent Hill. It takes place in
But
Japan.
Homecoming and Downpour
Yeah.
were garbage.
You guys remember Fatal Frame?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
PlayStation
camera,
2.
the
Yeah,
camera,
with the
yeah.
ghosts and shit.
they're,
Yeah.
Next month, I think there's
Another
it's
one?
a remaster of like
It's on
the older
Switch
ones
though, isn't it?
coming out.
Like, it was on...
It might be. I'm not sure, but that's pretty cool. Like
Yep.
I haven't heard of that game in a long time.
But they're making a new Silent Hill in Japan culture, and saw the trailer. It's a cinematic trailer. It's not like a gameplay trailer, but it has like a porous hand like that was growing flowers. And there's like I don't know. I'm not familiar with the artist, but they say he's like this artist. If he makes a game, oh my god! So
Junji
like,
Ito.
not
Another
Junji
thing,
Ito, it's some other artist, but like people are raving about his work. So.
New Mortal Kombat was announced, Shane.
Was that 12 now?
Yeah, that would be 12.
Oh shit, that's pretty hype.
Better have Ermac, that's all I'm saying.
That's
They
right.
for sure.
They
will
better have all the
Liu
damn
Kang.
ninjas. Like, come on. No excuse.
Yeah, you need all the characters.
I never got into fighting games. I'll
All
be
the
honest.
damn ninjas.
The only fighting games I ever really got into
Smash
were
Bros.
Killer Instinct. Well, of course, Smash Bros. But Killer Instinct
It's a different
and
kind of fighting.
Killer
Mortal
Instinct for real?
Kombat.
Yeah, it's a fucking amazing game. Dude.
No, I know.
I
about
still
Killer
have my
Instinct. I never played
OG
it.
copy. For
I played a
Steam.
lot
know
of
about
like
to play.
I
Yeah, we
played a
could do
lot
it.
of like the PS2 Mortal Kombats, but that I didn't have many friends that wanted to play fighting games, so it was just like
Right.
I was
It's a
playing,
niche little.
Yeah, I was playing like just the story modes of Mortal Kombat and shit.
Oh, I love doing that too.
But Soul Calibur was like that's when I got into
the
Honor.
Thought
favorite.
Saga, bro. The Thought Saga.
The Thought Saga.
Yeah.
Shout out, Barrick.
Shout out,
I never
Eric.
got
What's
into
up,
it.
Eric?
What's up,
Where
the
you at?
boy?
Hey, where you at?
Mr. Marvelous
boy.
Let me
V.
take
I don't
my
know you,
nuts
man,
out.
but-
Where you at?
Shout out for the Thought
Bro,
Saga.
you remember them thoughts? And
I'll be the little
I
spoon.
know you
Remember?
do.
Thought Saga.
I'll be the little spoon. Next Friday we're gonna hang out.
Aren't you always the little spoon?
He'll be on the podcast at some point.
Yeah, we're gonna get him. He's got children.
He's part of the CBG.
On the movie.
He got children.
Like, I saw something today that I wanted your guys' opinion on. I guess New Line Cinema is making more Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, no,
Really?
I'm out. Anti that.
Well, me,
What's
that's
wrong with that?
blasphemy.
That's
Are
blasphemy.
you
No, it's
disappointed
like
what
a-
they did with the Hobbit?
I think it's
I'm
like a
disappointed
reboot.
what they did with
No.
the Rings of Power series.
I haven't seen that.
I've heard
not
it's
good.
garbage.
It's-
I'm
I've
not
seen
even-
a bit of it. It's not good.
But
I have no opinion
you
on
can't.
that.
That's
If they did it, they'd have
that's
to do a
like
different
taking
part
the
of the
original
universe.
Star Wars and remaking that.
Oh yeah, like the new Star Wars movies that aren't good.
No, like
Rogue One was
the
good.
original.
Rogue One is
best
really
Rogue
good.
One is-
Rogue One
the
is
best.
good.
Rogue
I'll
One
say
is
that.
And it's
so
amazing.
good.
It's so fucking
Yes.
good.
By the way, if you've seen Andor, no spoilers, please.
I haven't seen. I saw The Mandalorian. So.
Yes, great.
But
It's
The
good.
Force
Pretty good.
Awakens,
I liked it a lot.
Pretty good.
what all that the whole trilogy, not great.
What?
In my opinion.
The new
The new trilogy is
yeah.
absolute ass cheeks.
Yeah, it's not great.
Bro, when fucking
Sorry.
Some cool moments.
Sorry,
but
no.
say,
not
I
enough
love
to
Star
Dude,
say-
when
Wars.
Padme was flying
That's
out
why
in
I hate
space, she was like,
I
was laughing in the theater.
I honestly
Bro,
thought that was
it's
cool
so fucking stupid.
because they gave her
Padme.
her moment.
Or the fucking
You know.
yeah, Padme.
You mean Leia?
That's Leia, man.
Whatever the fuck. I'm not huge into Star Wars.
I
I'll make one
know.
thing clear: I'm not huge into
Well,
Star
that's
Wars.
Padme's daughter, so it's
You mean
it's
Alright, but-
excusable.
But her when she was
Mom.
flying out into the fucking like
Yeah, it was dumb.
Leia is
Yeah,
Padme's
it was
daughter.
dumb. You know what I'm talking
It
about.
was dumb.
It's been years.
all those movies are dumb.
I watched it in theaters
The
when it
only-
came
that's
out.
what
I
I was
haven't
trying to get at.
rewatched
I was
it.
like-
Okay, my memory's fuzzy.
The only
Okay.
good
Yeah,
part
you're good,
is
you're
the
good.
character fucking development and Kylo Ren. But
yeah?
they-
Kylo Ren was the
Wasn't
best part.
the first one was it Jedi Awakens? The first reboot.
The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
That one was decent.
Wasn't it kind of like a copy
Of the original,
Basically.
It
essentially.
was A New Hope 2.0.
Because they made another Death Star. You know, we're gonna destroy it the same way we would destroy the other.
If you really
Death
want to think of it that way, Avatar is pretty much Pocahontas.
I'm not interested in
dig-
Avatar.
I
I
dig
watched the
the
original
Avatar
Avatar,
movies.
but I was like, they made a new one. I don't fucking
That's
care.
really-
Yeah, I'm talking about the original.
I do care.
Yeah, it's
I do care.
2009.
I think
though.
it's sick.
I want to see the new one,
It's okay, but it's
but I'm
it
not
looks,
as hype as everybody.
He's like, I do care. I do care.
It looks pretty. But honestly, can I put it this way? They made a new one, the fucking water, the way water, what are the waters in
The Way
new-
of Water.
The way of water.
Waterworld.
But I don't fucking care.
Kevin Costner.
I just don't
Amazing.
care,
Great
bro.
movie.
You know what I mean? I just don't care.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
it's not.
I don't
I
care
just
as
not
much as
on my
everyone
radar.
I
else.
care a little bit.
Yeah, I just
But
don't.
It's not on my
I
radar.
care a little
right?
bit.
It's
I'll
not
watch movies.
exactly. It's
I like
not on my
movies.
radar.
Yeah.
I like movies too, but
I like movies.
I like horror movies. Like
Like I
artsy
only
movies.
saw like
Bro,
the last few
open
Marvel
your
movies because
mind.
I was invited.
What?
To go. Yeah.
Avatar?
I really do want to see Ant-Man.
I don't, not necessarily Avatar, but other things, other genres.
I saw some. I saw
Other
some.
than comedy.
I
and
watch. I do
horror.
watch more.
Wait
I
for
do
that.
watch a lot
Yeah.
of different genres. I do.
You gotta be okay with some campiness. Some
I am
some
okay with
cliches. You gotta be
campiness.
okay
He
with-
is,
You gotta be
though.
okay
He
with
is.
cliches and
Him and we can talk about some campy things and just enjoy it.
I do like
But
campy stuff.
One thing I
But
wanted
horror
to
is my main
reference
bitch.
a couple so that it didn't get too chaotic, but I did see some screenshots of the Ant-Man, like the new one, compared to Spy Kids 3.
Oh yeah,
It's actually like the same movie.
Spy
dude.
Kids, the
Oh,
3D one.
man.
Yeah, Spy Kids 3, the 3D one, because like MODOK
Those
is in the
memes are
Ant-Man,
great.
Oh
and
my
it looks
God,
like
it looks
George
like George
Lopez,
Lopez.
as the fucking guy, and then it just showed Ant-Man and his partner,
Oh, jeez.
and it looked like the kids from Spy Kids.
I think
Yeah.
Spy Kids fucked my brain up.
yeah, a little bit.
See,
the stun pe-
that,
the
that
thumb
wasn't
people
my
and shit.
thing.
Right.
You
I was
guys are a little
into
younger,
it.
so
I was into the originals.
Dude, you know Machete? Like Danny Trejo's
course.
Machete.
Yeah,
universe.
that's in the
Same
same
universe.
universe.
The character from
yeah.
character that Danny Trejo plays in Spy Kids is Machete,
Machete.
from the Machete movie.
That's
It's the same
because
universe.
Robert
Yes.
Rodriguez.
What?
was
Are you
Robert
serious?
Rodriguez duo.
Same
Yes.
world.
Are you fucking
Spy Kids and
serious?
Machete are canon together.
yes,
Dude, what?
it's the same
Yeah.
universe.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
Machete, because Danny Trejo plays in Spy Kids.
Right.
The
yeah,
character
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
is in Machete is the
And it-
same character from Spy Kids.
It's
I
so
never knew it
crazy
was fucking,
because it's
Robert
PG
Rodriguez
and
directed.
rated R as fuck.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Machete is bloody as fuck.
Dude, all I
It's
remember is that
Machete.
scene
It's amazing.
in the
bro.
hospital where he took intestines and he like went down to the next floor, but he was like using the intestines as like a fuck. What do you call that shit? Like a
Oh.
fucking
Repel?
What, repel.
I've
It's
not-
repelling with the guts.
I've not
Dude,
watched
I
the
remember-
Machete movies, honestly.
That's a good
Honestly,
one.
it's,
It's
we,
campy,
gotta, we
it's
gotta
fun,
get him,
it's
bro. We
wild,
gotta
it's
get him.
Yeah, we'll
It's
have to get
wild.
that in.
Yeah.
It's a ridiculous
And that's
movie.
speaking of camp, that's the reason I love Metal Gear Solid so much.
Oh,
It's just a campy mess of canon, and it's just beautiful. It's like
Absolutely.
I love it because it's campy.
Yeah.
Dude, the other day I bought Revengeance, and I played like an hour of it.
Yeah.
But it was hilarious because
No,
you're like
yeah,
fighting this
it's just-
boss, and they had like Japanese metal bands
Didn't
coming out, like
Games make that?
you're like,
Dude, you haven't even seen Senator Armstrong yet, bro. He's
it's
oh,
ridiculous
God.
because it was like the prime minister of fucking Africa, and they killed him because like we need more war to boost our economy.
Yeah.
He's like, and then it was just so campy.
In Metal
bro.
Gear Solid 4, that was a big theme. Was like the war economy is the best economy.
Yeah,
like
that's the
we
whole
profit
thing.
off of war.
That was the whole fucking.
So in
thing.
Revenge, it's just like we need more war to profit off the war economy.
It's like, I got bored. Dude. I don't play a lot of games, like I said. Like I mainly play the things that like Darkwood or something.
But like Metal Gear, I still feel like Metal Gear Solid 2, 1, and 3 had very, very good like. On top of the campiness, they had great themes that they explored.
3 is my favorite.
3 is great. Like
1,
you-
2, and 3
so good.
just...
literally 3.
You can
my
change your camo
childhood,
and shit.
man.
You're in a tropical jungle in the middle of Russian winter. Like it's literally just
Badass.
the wastes of Russia.
Badass.
But you're in a tropical jungle.
But being in that forest,
Can
bro,
we talk about that ladder climb, though?
Oh my.
What a thrill.
120 days of Sodom.
Oh.
120 days of Sodom.
Billy looking like Popeye over there with a cigarette.
Dude, look at him go.
Eat your spinach.
I ate spinach today, man. Tell you what,
I
Has a lot
I
of
bet they
iron.
can never guess what's in this cup.
water.
Straight vodka. Straight vodka.
Were you drinking water?
That's vodka.
Give me a bumper.
You get the cast bump.
brothers.
This dude drinking water, dude. This dude drinking water, dude. Give me a bump, bro. You drinking water? You guys drinking water?
Stay
You're
hydrated.
drinking that Mike's?
But-
yeah.
But also a little
Drinking that
Mountain Dew. Sorry.
We back.
Because we're from Alabama.
We are from Alabama.
Roll Tide.
That was
So I
a
think we should
beautiful
begin,
light on that cigarette.
Should begin up the wrap up process. This is the I feel like this is the out of the podcast.
You think we have enough time?
Oh, of course, yes. We've made plenty of time.
Yeah.
We don't want to overload the people. Maybe
In New
Our beauty only goes so
York, Jay-Z's got a big dick. He has so much money in New York.